Today, I'm going to show you part 2 of our magical traveling potion ingredient case, filling it all up. The things we will need to fill up our traveling potion case are several things. I have a whole bunch of different sized bottles, vials, droppers. I've got a little baby cauldron over here, a mortar and pestle. We have some textured paper that we're going to make scrolls out of. I've got a little measuring beaker over here. We've got a cloth. I have a tool roll. And then I have my Magical Potions and Drafts book from 5 years ago that we created on here, as well as the herbs and ingredients that we are going to actually place in our box. Now, one of the things I wanted to do with this particular potion case was to make sure that everything that I put in it, one, was relevant to historical potion work as well as fandom potion work, and were all real things. I didn't want to put anything in here that was just purely a prop. So all of these things are real, and all of them have some kind of significance for being in the box. So a lot of these items I actually ordered off of a really great Etsy store, and her store is Bloomers and Bites, and she's actually from here in Ohio, where I come from. The packaging was great, it was very quick, and I'm going to put all of her information in the description down below, so if you guys decide to order any of these, you can. I liked that she did 1 ounce quantities for a really great price. A lot of the shops I found on Etsy, it was smaller quantities for the same price or more, so I find that what she is offering is really nice quality, and you get a good bang for your buck. Some of the other items we're putting in here are things you can find in the baking aisle at your grocery store. So we have mustard seeds, or as they used to be known, eye of newt. We have bay leaves, ground ginger, cinnamon sticks. We have some witch hazel. We have some delphinium seeds, which are also known as belladonna. I have some lavender buds. This is some white sage, and I have some moonstones here. Some of the herbs and ingredients on this side that I ordered off of the Etsy store Bloomers and Bites are feverfew mugwort, peppermint, angelica, St. John's wort, red rose petals, calendula petals, lilac, and arnica. And we're also going to be using sea salt. So all of these things, plus all of the vials and bottles, etc. I showed you in the first clip, are going to be what makes up our traveling potion case. And finally, we will need some labels to put on our little vials and bottles. And the link for these is in the description down below. Let's get started. Would you like a chance to win a monthly potion bottle from me? Then consider supporting me over on Patreon. All of my patrons have a chance to win a monthly potion bottle. Patreon not your thing? No worries. You can become a member here on YouTube and get exclusive icons and emojis to use in the comment section. Link is in the description down below. The first thing we're going to do is take all of our small labels and our tiny bottles, and we're going to put the labels on the bottles. All right, now that those are all on, we're going to fill them up. The first herb we're going to put in here is angelica. And angelica represents inspiration and encouragement, but historically it's also been used in other potions, and in Hocus Pocus 2 it was used to lift curses. All right, so once we have that filled, we can go ahead and cork it. And when I cork these, I'm pushing down pretty good because I don't want the cork to just pop off. And we have our angelica. The next jar we're going to fill up is moonstones, and as many of you may know, we just did a full-size moonstone jar that we actually made light up. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a card above. But that one turned out really cool. And moonstones are used for all kinds of things. They were used in love potions. They're also known to have spiritual properties, promote emotional balance, intuition, soothing energy. Now, the top of this jar is really tiny, so I'm going to have to make sure that I use some smaller ones to actually fit in here, hopefully. All right, I got my tiny little moonstones in here, and we're going to cork that up. Next is mugwort. And now we have our mugwort. Next we have arnica, which is an amazing healing herb. And now we've got our arnica. Next is St. John's wort. And now we have our St. John's wort. Now we have our calendula petals, which are so pretty. Such a bright, pretty yellow. And now we have our beautiful calendula petals. Next we're going to do peppermint, which is good for purification, healing, peace, love, sleep, all of that. And there we have our peppermint. Next is feverfew. And then we have our feverfew. And last of the little baby bottles is sea salt. Now that all of our little tiny bottles are done, I'm going to go ahead and put our label on this stopper bottle. Now, because I wanted to test and see if the cinnamon sticks would fit in here, when I tested it, I put them in, so I just left them in. So I have this raw cinnamon label for it. And then we have our raw cinnamon. Next, we're going to do witch hazel. And I've got my little label here, so we'll put this on first. All right, and then we're going to fill this up. And there we have our witch hazel. Next we have our belladonna. So I'm going to go ahead and put this label on. When we made our belladonna video a year or so ago, I was trying to figure out why the little belladonna looked purpley in Jillian's hand in Practical Magic. One of the people who watched the video let me know that that was actually because it was belladonna seeds. So that is why we are using belladonna seeds for this belladonna, which is coincidentally, there's several types of belladonna, but they're all in the nightshade family. And it consists of delphinium, larkspur, and then there is a kind of bell-shaped flower for belladonna as well. And I ordered this larger pack of delphinium seeds off of Amazon. I'll put a link to that down below. You can buy delphinium seeds in like your grocery store, but for the number of seeds, it actually is cheaper to buy them off of Amazon like I did. These do not fill up the whole container, but I'm actually okay with that. And now we have our belladonna. The next bottle we're going to do is lilac. And these smell amazing. So lilac is known for renewal, remembrance, love. And now we have our dried lilac. Next is going to be ground ginger. Alright, so I filled this one up about halfway. Again, I feel like they don't all need to be completely full. Cork that up good, because it's also going to be laying on its side in our box, so it'll look fuller than it is in there anyway. Next, we're going to do these flat-bottomed test tube bottles. We're actually going to be putting 6 in our box, but I'm going to leave 2 of them empty. So we are going to do the dried rose petals, bay leaves, eye of newt, and lavender buds in these. All right, the first one we're going to do is rose petals. So I'm going to put this label on. And then we have got our rose petals. Next we have bay leaves. And then we have our bay leaves. Next is eye of newt. And mustard seeds are what they were referring to when they used to say eye of newt. And we have eye of newt, or mustard seeds. The last of the tall test tubes is lavender buds. And we have lavender buds. And lastly, we have our little wood moss box. So I'm going to open this up, and we are going to add some of this green reindeer moss in here. Just like that. And then we're going to close it up. And now it's time to put it all together. The first thing we're going to do is load up the bottles into our box, and then we'll add our other elements. So all of those little tiny ones we made are going in here. So we're going to load in Angelica and Arnica, Mugwort, St. John's wort, our moonstones, sea salt, calendula petals, and our feverfew and peppermint. And all of those fit in there really nicely. We're going to place our moss box up here, because the lilac fits right next to that. And I'm going to place my 2 empty test tubes first. And then we're going to do my eye of newt and my rose petals. Then I'm going to sit my lavender and my bay leaves on top of that. And our witch hazel is going to sit right there. I have a couple empty bottles that are going to fit this little cubby right here. Just did 2 brown and 1 clear. Ginger is going to lay here. And our white sage is going to sit here. Our belladonna seeds sit here. And our cinnamon next to that. And that should be all of our actual bottles. Then I felt like, what would a potion kit be without a mortar and pestle? So I got this really cute little set here, and it doesn't quite fit in perfectly, so you have to tilt it a little bit. And then I'm putting the fat end that's a little bit heavier towards the wall, because when it stands up, it will make more sense for the heavy end to be down here. Then we're going to set our black beaker here. And then I had this little silicone pouring cup, which I thought would be a good thing to either move items, because you can squeeze it and kind of use it as a funnel, or even to add liquid to create whatever potion or ingredient you're trying to do. Then we have this little tiny cauldron, which is just adorable, and that fits in there on kind of an angle. So at this point, our entire bottom is all filled and done. All right, for the top of our box here, I'm first going to put in our Magical Potions and Drafts book. And again, if you want to learn how to make this, I will link the video up above and down below. And then I'm going to put our cloth here, or if you're into witchcraft, it could be a altar cloth. I then took our textured paper and I just rolled it up and then tied a couple different color strings on them. So we are going to place those in here. All right, we've got our little scrolls in there. And lastly, I left this spot for a tool roll. So similar to what Snape used in Harry Potter for occlumency, we have a little tool roll here. So I picked this one up on Amazon, and then I loaded it up with some pencils, some spoons, spatulas, tweezers, and we're going to roll this back up. And this one has a really nice little snap feature on it. So we're going to snap that closed. Now, if you want to learn how to make one of these yourself, I know Ashley over at Create Craft Costume made one a couple years ago. So I will put a link to her video in the description in case you want to make one yourself. But I'll also put a link to this one that I picked up on Amazon. And it came in a couple different colors, but I liked the black. So we are going to place that in here. And we have our top. And because of our handy dandy leather strap, nothing is going to move when we open and close the box. And with that, we've got our magical traveling potion ingredient case ready to take out into the world and brew up some potions. This will be a great addition to our potion and prop collection making along the way. So if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.